Welcome to this new segment where Radigan talks social. Today's topic, why some people do or do not make it big on social media. And now, here's your host, Tom Radigan.
Okay, welcome guys. It's Tom Radigan again. This is a little different of what I've been doing on my channel. This is a new kind of segment I thought of going over some social media topics out there in the world. And but first, before we go into that, I got to introduce to you my very thankful guests that I'm so glad that they're on. So we got DJ Mega Aim 17, also known as Anthony. We got Mike Murillo, and we got Social Stud, who is also Brady. Yeah. If you guys want to introduce yourself, go ahead.
I'll get started. All right. I'm Mike.
Okay. So the topic that we're talking about today is because YouTube now has been big for over like 16 years now, basically. And, the question is, it's like, how can you make it big on YouTube or just social media in general with like Instagram, TikTok, Vine, even though Vine is dead. You want to always know, how can you make it big? How can you do it? And it works pretty well to just like figuring that out, because it's like I've seen people who are big and they've had a following for years. And then there are people I know who do make good videos and don't get the much credit they deserve. Like they'll have like maybe thousands of followers, but they won't have like millions, So what is your take on this?
Well, it's pretty simple. It's just putting yourself out there. I feel as if though nowadays, now that everybody for the most part is stuck inside, it shouldn't be that hard to put yourself out there just by posting a video or just really doing anything like that. This is my opinion just for right now.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, definitely, I did think COVID gave a lot of time for people to be creative more. It helped me make some more videos. Some people who I knew, who I watched, who only have now have thousands of subscribers. He was able to make more videos. He was a rocker. I watch JT Curtis, who Anthony knows him too. He makes some really good history rock videos. Very entertaining guy. But Brady, Anthony, what are your takes on this?
I think a lot of people get into YouTube with the intention of being a YouTuber, and I feel like that's one of the big problems with it. I'm sorry for the screaming bird. We're going to have to work through that. I don't know how much that registers on your end. Probably a lot.
No, it's fine. I don't hear it as bad.
Yeah, so a lot of people get into YouTube with the intention of being a YouTuber. It's like, I want to be famous when I grow up. And I honestly think it's kind of a wrong-headed way to start things. In general, I am so sorry. I can't control
that. It's fine. And to clarify, he has a parakeet, so that's it. But
yeah.
This is not on my end, so don't worry.
I also do YouTube for a living, pretty much at this point. So he is actually a huge part, I think, of why I'm successful, despite the fact that he does this every day and I have so much trouble recording. The fact that he is there has done a whole lot for me. Just the fact that he is featured in my videos, even when he's causing chaos. Right. I know that's not really related to where I was going here, but this is kind of a thing. I think a gimmick, honestly, no, people don't really care for gimmicks, but I think gimmicks help.
Oh, Jordan, do you want to show your face?
Once I'm comfortable, no offense. I didn't know there was other people that could be here. I'm a little shy. So.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I forgot. I thought I told you that they were coming.
No, I just thought it was just be you and Anthony. I don't know the other people. They seem nice, but I'm too shy right now. Sorry.
All right.
That's perfectly fine. It's all right.
No, totally fine.
Yeah. I usually scare people away anyway, so it's okay.
No. But no, so Jordan, so we've gotten kind of a little bit into the topic already of basically why do you think basically on social media and YouTube, why do people make it big, do you think? And what do you think it has to take to be a consistent content creator?
Are we allowed to have opinions on here?
Yeah, this is
because every time I think of people just, are you talking about instantaneously famous or just building up to it?
Basically, To clarify, like even with the title of the video, like why do you think some people make it famous?
I think there's some people that crave attention. I'm sorry to bring this person up, but if you know somebody named Danielle Bergoli,
No, I don't know who he is.
No.
I thought
who
No idea.
she got famous like on Dr. Phil just saying some stupid phrase. She was just like, "Cash me outside, how about that?" And then
I
people
know.
were
I know.
yeah, her.
Yeah.
And then people were making her into a meme, and then she just became like a rapper because of that. I'm like, you have to build up to that. You can't just like do something stupid because that's how you become famous sometimes. You just like I don't know if it was staged or something. I think she staged it. But either you do something really stupid and it goes viral, or you just work your butt off.
Yeah.
Another thing.
I noticed that you were like, about to censor. Like you did your own.
Yeah, I was about to curse, but I'm
What YouTube keeps doing over the years kind of can put content creators in kind of a harsh kind of way because, like, for instance, doing the age restriction makes it harder because when you're
Oh, can I say something about that?
yeah,
I
sure.
used to watch, and please don't judge me, I used to watch My Little Pony videos, and now, like, in, like, 2014, they were free to access, like, with everybody. They were in my recommended, even, like, adults could watch it, and everyone could access it, and now they don't appear in my recommended anymore because they're all marked as for children. And I feel especially bad for the YouTubers who regularly upload the episodes because now they're not getting as much, like, views on it because it's restricted now.
You
It's like,
can't even comment on the kids' video.
no, you can't. You can't like save the video. You can't
No,
even.
that's
It's so
really
stupid. Like, ugh.
like it's like honestly, it's like they're restricting us from like watching kid stuff, you know?
Yeah, I feel left out now. It's like adults can't like kid stuff. You know?
Yeah. No.
Like,
Yeah.
I
No,
like the Amazing World of Gumball. So.
Oh yeah. That's
I know.
my brother watches that. Yeah.
I think that's more considered like not family, but like all ages. It's not really just for kids.
My brother and like my sister watch that stuff. Yeah. Anthony, we haven't heard from you yet. What do you think about this topic, or like with everything?
Or did you forget, Anthony?
Yes, I have short-term memory. Thank you for reminding everybody about that. I've actually noticed that too about the censorship with the children's shows. Another thing too is like, for example, I listen to some song music on YouTube, and sometimes it will just start recommending stuff like that. Like, have you guys seen that cartoon with is a pig?
Peppa Pig.
Yes.
Oh my god.
As a kid, Peppa Pig. It used to be like a little cartoon, and then they turned it to a full show on Nick Jr.
No, because here's the thing. Whenever that starts getting recommended, I notice like with like the comments on like the Sonic videos, the comics would be gone now, and then it'll just be blocked.
Right.
Even Sonic videos.
Yeah, you can't comment.
It's weird because it depends on like I guess where you're. I don't know if it has something to do with I don't know. It's weird because sometimes you can see the comments and other times you can't. But I think it depends on like what is being recommended. Again, if the pig thing comes up, those comments are gone. But if it's just like regular, Sonic related stuff, the comments are there.
Yeah.
So I think it's the children restriction thing, and it's easy to just slip into that. You won't even realize it.
Why do you think like some people why do you think some people make it big and some people don't? Like, why do you think like people just like sometimes when they make it big, like, do you think they just crave too much attention, or like and just want more?
Yeah. Definitely.
I feel like it's a lot of things. Some of it I think it's just luck based. Like some people just get big, like
right.
But you do have attention seekers that are actively going to, actively trying to get famous. Obviously, whatever her name was, she goes by Bad Baby. Like a lot of those people on there, a lot of that stuff is staged. They're just trying to get famous, and you have a lot of like copycats. You have, like, for example, on TikTok.
Yeah.
A lot of people post stuff on there too. Or they'll try to do something controversial.
Like, the problem is, I think you gotta just love your fans, but also just have a sense of just be nice and humble. In a sense, you don't want to come off cocky, and that's the problem I'm seeing with all these YouTubers is they've had these scandals where it's like a few years ago they'll have a tweet that was homophobic and stuff like that, and then they have
Shane Dawson is an example.
Yeah, James Charles.
Yeah,
too.
That was that too.
Tati Westbrook.
even this other guy too.
Camp.
Yeah, this other guy too. Bryce Hall, I think he's also had like some homophobic stuff he made. So like, I don't know. It's just like, but that's the thing too. It's like, and a good example of this is like with Logan Paul of like, why do people come in like? Because the thing I think is more interesting too is like, even though these people have done like some controversial things, they still are very popular. And it's like, I guess the question is like, do you wonder, are they getting more popular because of the controversy and people want to see like the problems and like they don't care that they're not good people, that they're not like, you know, like idols to look up to or role models? They like looking at them as like, you know, just for entertainment and stuff. I mean, what do you think of that?
I was gonna say, I think it kind of goes back to like what Carlos used to say in our class, like, you know, the whole separating the art from the artist.
Yeah.
Is that what Carl used to say? Carl would say that in your
Our
classes?
debate class, right? In debate class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, can I say something?
Sure.
So I really hope that like when people do negative stuff, sometimes they're not like planned in advance or something. Like, oh, this is my big plan to get popular. I'm gonna plan out this big negative thing so everybody goes, oh my god. Because sometimes they could be either planned or they happen by accident, but they could use it as a tactic to get big. You know?
They do both, honestly.
They do both.
I think usually it's an accident at first, and then they realize they can cash.
Oh, we can use this as a yeah.
Look at the Kardashians.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole show on their life too.
That's the thing. Everybody wants to be like these people now who are big on TikTok. They all want to be the new Kardashians because it's like some of these people that are big, I'll look them up of what they do on YouTube, and then I'm still confused of what they do, you know? Like, I still don't know.
I think that's part of the excitement. I think people like to be confused, so they want to know more.
What the hell do you even do on YouTube? Like, why are you even famous? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. But it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I think of what you're what you're saying, Jordan. It's like, you know, with people, you know, just like wanting like, you know, to have like the intention. I think it's something that it's just that it's, you know, it's like when you get this attention and like of, you know, thousands of people watching, you want more. And then when you get millions, you want more. And if you do negative stuff, like, you know, it's like the same, like, you know, bad publicity is good publicity. And that's why I sometimes feel like, you know, like what you were saying about like planning like a negative stuff. Like, I wonder if like they have a publicist and like an agent be like, no, you got to do this to be negative. You're going to get everywhere. You'll be a Fallon. I mean, come on, you know?
Oh my god.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then. Would you want to do that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Would I want to do what?
Be a controversial figure in order to
Oh my god, it just reminded of Keemstar.
get higher up.
No, not
him too.
Keemstar.
I feel like with me on YouTube, I kind of want to be like doing these types of videos. Like, I just want to be kind of like a curious guy, you know, and like just like figuring stuff out and like, you know, trying to understand like, you know, everything with, you know, what's going on with the new stuff with pop culture, because I'm not, if you know me pretty well, you know, I'm more of an old soul, you know, I like rock music from the 60s.
The Beatles, I know you.
I'm not into like the new stuff, like, you know, and all the like the new trends and stuff like that. Like TikTok, I honestly gotten more into like in the past 2 months, honestly. And like, cause TikTok I've watched every now and then, but I thought it was kind of lame and all that.
It's
and,
so lame.
Yeah, and some
people agree.
Videos and make, you know, like good points and stuff like that. But you know, a lot of it can just be just like a lot of trash. But I think, like, yeah, to answer your question, Mike, I mean, no, I mean, I wouldn't want to be like a controversial figure at all. Like, you know, and if I did have a controversial scandal, I mean, I'd want to clear it up completely and clean it up. And if, you know, if I, you know, do wrong, of course, you know, apologize for that. Because that's how I feel like you got to do it. You got to own up to it and, you know, be responsible with it.
Let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
Before I forget.
Okay.
Do you guys have you ever heard of the term industry plant?
No, never heard of it.
Yeah, I kind of have, but I don't know what it means. I've heard it floating around though.
Tell us, Anthony.
Basically, it's basically someone that was, you know, put in the industry by the industry. Like they'll fake it that they were self-made or whatever, but they weren't. What is that girl's name with the green and black hair that just kind of look like she's always high?
Billie Eilish?
Yeah. People have been accusing
always
her.
high? What?
She looks like she's always high.
Well, he's not wrong.
She just looks tired.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, tired.
Kind of a
You
tired
have to
face.
watch her documentary. I think it goes more into depth about why she's like that, because, you know, she had a lot of hard times, I heard.
Well, to be fair, I can relate to that too.
No, so
A lot of depression she goes through.
I think
Yeah,
she's
so people,
person, honestly.
like
Huh?
over the past year or so, they've been accusing her of being an industry plant. Like,
No,
I don't know. I mean,
I
well,
don't believe that.
that sometimes can happen. Like if
I'm
you're
biased.
like plan to be a star, then I guess like, and I don't see that as a bad thing because if you have talent, then hey, go ahead.
She does have talent.
Yeah, of course. Like Ricky Nelson, for instance. Like I guess you could say then he was an industry plant because his parents had a TV show, Ozzie and Harriet, and stuff like that. And then he started off doing music as a teenager on the show, and then it got him to have a contract with a record label, and then he became a star. And no, he had talent and stuff like that. But yeah, he'd be an industry plant because he didn't start off like self-made like somebody like Elvis who had to come out into the business, who didn't have anybody in entertainment, grew up poor, and hanged around a studio in Memphis, which is Sun Records, and recorded some stuff, and then moved up to RCA and became like the biggest superstar of all time. I don't know. Like, does anybody have any last thoughts before we end this topic?
So today we've talked a lot about the desire for attention, and I feel like it's all been very negative, but I think it's good for us to acknowledge, like before this is over, that
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with wanting attention. Like
Oh.
everybody who's ever uploaded a video ever has done it with some desire to have attention. Like even the shyer ones of us, a lot of us, when we get on there, we put out our first video, it's attempt to step out of our box. And I think that's inherently kind of admirable. And I would say that most creators are not nearly as cynical as conversations like this imply. It's just a lot of the people we pay so much attention to happen to grab the wrong kind of attention. I feel like there's so many creators out there who are inherently positive. I would like to think most. I don't want to put like a ratio to it or anything because I don't know. I'm cynical like everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to turn this towards like a positive thing. Like,
yeah, of course.
You wouldn't be doing this right now. Like we'd just be having this conversation not recorded if you didn't feel like we had something to say right now. There was a reason. It was worth getting people's attention.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's the truth about it too, because if you think about it, it's like, no, we're getting it. Like everybody is wanting attention if you post a video in a sense. And it's like, it doesn't mean it has to be negative because like, we could just be wanting like, I guess comfort from, or just doing something that can make us happy at the moment, because I mean, I know I've heard the stories of some people who, were bullied and then they did these videos to make friends and stuff like that. And it works, I think, like to do that. And I think like, I mean, I do think though that like you do have to be careful because like you do have like to avoid, because there are people that can give negative comments and stuff like that. And you can't get into that and like, get into like the haters and all that. All right. Well, I think we have, went through this topic as much as we could.
Actually, I do have one more thing to say, but if we're running out of time, then I won't.
Go ahead.
Something happened with me recently. I'm not going to disclose the details, but something happened with me recently where I got like really. So here's the thing. Here's the bottom line. Don't make friends with online friends unless you like really trust them. You can't tell who you trust on the internet. You could get so wrapped up in someone and get the wrong idea of them when you don't know them in real life. Exactly. So I know you were talking about treat people nicely on the internet, and I get that. They're your fans, but they're not your best friends either.
Oh yeah,
you got to have a balance of both, and I've been through that recently. So.
No, I think if somebody does say something to you, like you can, like stand up about it. But I think it's sometimes too, if you go too into it and like bash about it, you're gonna just get more hate comments. Like it's not go away. Like if you want to go away and you keep like going on and on about it, it's not like you're just gonna get more, and it's just like, and you're adding fuel to the fire if you keep making those.
Just be the bigger person, say one thing, and then end it there.
Yeah, just like say one comment and then don't talk about it again, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Unless you're Petty Betty.
Thank you for watching this edition of Radigan Talks Social. This episode was brought to you by Rad Mad Productions. If you liked this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you next time.